Okay, so I wanted to do just a little tutorial on the sound within the 16 game editor. So here at the main menu we can use L and R to kind of go between the different things. In this case we want to look at editing the music. So here I've started with a blank slate. Okay, so what you see when you come to this music menu is the anthem or the song. This just kind of lays out the tracks, and I think I've gone through this a little bit before, but the idea is you stick in your music kind of piece by piece here. You press X to edit a track specifically. So for example, if I want to edit the track here and maybe start adding something, let's assign an instrument, let's change set a volume, let's play a note. And so if I hit A, I can play this track and show what it sounds like. What you can also do is, in case you want to, I'm pressing L and R right now to kind of choose my commands. I can set how fast the song is going and how long each track is. So for example, if I set it to G, right now that'll jump the track length up to 60. So if I play that, you notice there the track length up there on the top says 64 now. And some of the things that you can do to quick move around in this track menu, you can hit X to cut, Y to paste, and you move up and down with your directional pad. You move things back and forth with left and right to adjust the parameter of each command. Okay, so what this says is set instrument 0, set a volume, play the note C. And then if we want to play more notes, we should probably put some weighting in. And let's just put in a few things. We're going to set a few notes. So, and also some of these params are written in kind of a hex basis with an extended kind of, you go past A, B, C, D, E, F, R, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, but starting at G you get into 16 and so on. So at that point it just goes through the alphabet. Okay. So, and just depending on how long you wait, that'll tell you when you can hit the next note. So okay, so I'm going to save my track, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go in and edit the instrument that's playing that. Currently that's instrument 0, and I do that by pressing B to go in and edit the instrument. So as you know, I can press A and B to kind of test how this instrument sounds. We're going to just kind of simplify it a little bit, except I do kind of want a fade out. So I'll just walk you through these commands. Right here at the start it just tells you to set the instrument so it comes out of both left and right speakers. You can just turn it to stay out of left only, or you can do it to come out of right only. But the default is LR, so if as it's kind of going it's increasing the volume on the right or it's decreasing the volume on the left. So the default is to come out of both speakers, so we can just erase that if we want to by hitting X. Okay, so now we got a volume, we got a waveform, we have a wait, and then after the wait it starts fading out. And to give it kind of a percussive percussive quality, what you can do is you can choose a waveform that's like a noise factor, and you have it wait for a second. Let me see if I can find wait. A second is maybe too long, but okay, I'm going to, by hitting X and Y, I can cut and paste. kind of here. So just the different waveforms here. The one that has that slope down to the right is kind of a softer noise. The one sloping up to the right is a more harsh noise. And this is more of a white noise, the one without a slope there. Yeah, I like that that noise. So there's a lot of things you can do. You can introduce a bend. Either up or down. Oh, and sometimes you want to just set that back to 0 in case something funny is happening. Alright, and something funny probably did happen. I hear it, but it's quite quiet. Did really that bend mess something up, or did I do something else that needs to be fixed? Ah, okay. I must have done something with Bitcrush. So if all else fails, you can kind of reload everything, or just reset the Bitbox in case you're running on the Bitbox. Okay, so what else? Maybe that's good enough. And also don't forget to have, and I just took it out, make sure to add in a note, for instance C. C is just a default if you want it to, it's relative to C whenever you put in a note in the track menu. So if I go back to hit select to kind of go back, if you're in a menu you can kind of rotate between the track, the instrument, the anthem. Here I'll go back to the track and see how it sounds. Alright. So I'll just add in a few more notes. So let's just always remember to save, and in fact I should go back to instrument 0 and save that. Okay, well let's work on a different instrument. I can hit L and R to change between instruments, and then this is kind of a spooky sounding one. Let's just start from scratch, build something up. Always good to put in a volume, though you don't have to. Let's put in a wait, and a fade out is typically good to do. And what we're going to do is we're also going to introduce a jump parameter. I'm going to jump back into things. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert a randomize command. You can have a lot of fun with the randomize command. The randomize command randomizes the next command. It randomizes its argument. So, okay, so let me just close out of that. Otherwise, that'll just continue on playing. So here in the track menu, or track editor, we'll go and we'll put in instrument 1 that we've just been putzing around with. And let's not forget to save instrument 1 as well. Okay, so if we want to start hearing them together, don't think I've got anything in for player 2 or player 3 right here, but we've just kind of chosen what the track 0 is for player 1 and player 0. So if I just play this, maybe I did not set that. Okay, I set it into track 1 of player 0, which is not where we want it. But if I hit copy and paste it down there into track 0, player 1, and right now I want to get rid of that, so let's go into track 0. Okay, never mind. I want to do this one is what I want to erase. Okay. So now I've got track 0, player 1. Well, in my head it was sounding a little bit more major scale with the player 0, but when I added in that kind of spooky stuff, let's see if we can play something. Well, we're probably going to get some minor sounding things just because of how I've randomized things. I can try this too. And let's see if we can't sync this up a little bit. I'm not exactly sure where that was. Okay, so it's not going to be perfect. Alright, let's go back in here. Again, the menus are taking a little bit of getting used to. Let's edit this one, add in some volume, add in an instrument, add in a note. Okay, so let's go in and figure out what this instrument should do. Right now I have kind of a funky thing here. We're going to take out that and we'll do something a little bit different. Again, we'll start from scratch. What should we do? We can start with a volume. We can start with a waveform after that. Start with a note. Add in a little weight. And then from the weight, we should do maybe a little bit of a fade out. Okay, just something simple. We'll now edit track 2. Let's see, maybe we can add in a few things. For instance, we can also add in the track menu or in the track editor, we can adjust the octave of the instrument. So for example, we can kind of move up the so what we're going to do is we're going to set the octave to what it, the instrument wants it to be, but kind of move up from there by adding one to the octave. Okay, so I always just copy and paste things that are already on the page just to make it easy for myself. But you can always go back and do it like this. So notes that are shaded a little bit funny are notes that are an octave up. Since you have 16 arguments that you can, or 16 possible choices for your argument, you can go from C to something like a E flat before it wraps around. So do something like this. And I think we got, I can give it a little push there. I don't want to push it there. So just adding a few notes. Oh, and in case you are still watching this, I won't take up too much more of your life, but we should add in a drum of some sort. So we'll put that into instrument 3. We'll just play a note, we'll wait a little bit of time, and what we can do is we can just jump back to playing a note. In this case, we'll jump back to note this command 2, and it'll loop this. So I should probably not do anything closer than that. But okay, so let's edit the instrument there. Now as a drum, you can do whatever you like. You can kind of have 3 different sounds, or you can just turn off the drum and still make a drum sounding thing, which we'll just do. We'll just make it easier on ourselves. So we do need a waveform. In this case, we want a noise. So that gives us something nice, but it gives you kind of a nice sound right there. Okay, so let's put a weight in, put a few other things in here. Could be obnoxious. Who knows? We'll find out. Okay, so all this is doing is it's looping this one note, which if we look, sounds like this. Probably should put in a loud volume at the beginning. Oh, and also one thing that you can do. If I go in here, I can adjust how long it kind of randomize a little bit what it's gives it maybe a little bit of a gives it kind of a more organic feel if some things are randomized. So what I randomize there is so this randomize command, the argument that goes into this command tells you kind of what are the ranges that it will randomize within. So if it's just this big block, it could be any number from, could be anything. But if I choose to kind of just randomize something, it'll just kind of have a little bit of differences up there for a long wait, a little shorter wait, a little less wait, and you can kind of get a lot of different things in there that you want. You can also do I think I like this one the best. Again, and then I threw in a randomize for the volume, so it's just gives that just a little bit of a sense of difference between each hit. Okay, well that is by no means an exhaustive demonstration, but just another one to satisfy you. Okay, with that, we're signing off. Oh! Well dang, I probably should show you how you can put in a different track and play something slightly different than what you had. So if you go into the track menu, you can do a copy, a paste type of thing. Copy, paste, copy, and paste, copy, and a paste. So all I'm doing there is using X to copy, Y to paste, and you can do that in the menu. So you know you're in the menu because it just has different features than in that. So okay, well anyways, you can kind of adjust things from there, but I have to sign off here.